Was there a particular custom or way that made you uncomfortable, that you had to adjust to?
It's not uncomfortable, but I'm still trying to get I'm teaching tennis for the local people, and then when I try to bring them up to the net, I go this way.
Oh yeah, instead of this, right? It's like the
way.
neko
And
face.
then, yeah, and then when the American people see this, they back up. I'm like, no, you have to come up. And then I kept doing this, and then they go like, where should I go? And then I finally realized, like, oh, I'm sorry, this way, come on. That's the one problem I've been having.
It's a pretty logistical problem there.
Yeah.
So was there anything, a custom?
When Maya and I went to Japan, we found ourselves, when we came back, instead of going me, we went to our nose. So we picked up, I feel like we picked up a lot from our trip that people don't really understand over here.
Yes.
So we have to adjust again.
I started bowing unconsciously. whenever I meet people still, I'm just like, you know.
Yay, yes. No, I realized when people talk, I do because that's they do it in Japan. That's when you talk to someone, it's just customary. So I found
Well, I'm looking for their reaction to what you're saying.
Does anything that we do in, I guess in America, but not necessarily us, make you feel weird or
like why are they
different?
doing that?
A little different. Yeah.
uncomfortable?
What about you don't have to like take off your shoes? Does that feel weird?
Actually, I made American people take off their shoes when I get into my house. Like, take off your shoes. I don't want to do any shoes in my house, so.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, no shoes.
This doesn't count. This is not emotional uncomfortableness, but you know, when I went into, you know how in Japanese houses they have slippers, you know, for the guests to wear. My feet didn't fit in any of those slippers. Because I mean, I wasn't quite as big as I am now, but I was still, you know, really big for Japan. And so, like, all the slippers were hanging off my feet by half, and that was just really funny for me.
That's funny. You're just tiptoeing around.
Like, Sanju said the A.
Oh.
It was, yeah.
Were there any are there any customs here that you are not used to?
習慣で何かまあなかなか信じられないなと思ったりだとか、あとはなんか
Dinner, it then takes chips.
Oh yeah.
For chips, we don't eat chips at dinner, so I'm very surprised.
You had chips for dinner?
Like
a
Barbie
like
Oh, okay.
Somewhere like appetizers.
That's not totally usual.
Yeah, it's not for me.
And in Japan, we don't give a tip.
Right.
Yeah, because service charge is already included.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, so every time I go to the restaurant, I have to calculate the tip. And that kills me.
Is there any food that you're just not handling well, that you don't like particularly? American food?
Oh dear. Grits.
Grits? Grits.
Sorry.
Who had
Southern
grits?
style grits.
She had grits.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you like grits?
So.
That means no.
Not really. That means I'm nearly through.
So,
Anyway.
a favorite food?
Oh yeah, favorite American food, definitely.
American food?
Yeah.
Of course, tacos.
Tacos! All right.
Chick-fil-A.
So good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And shake?
Milkshake.
Milkshakes.
Yes.
Oh.
I made her try one.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you need this.
Oh, yeah.
And she does, yeah.
Today, during this cultural conference, I learned that in my experience in Japan, that a lot of people in America take for granted the cultural diversity that we have and the opportunity that we have. And seeing a different country and how precise and educated and curious the Japanese citizens were, I learned that I want to become more diverse and learn about cultures that I wouldn't typically learn about.
I had a really good time just talking with them and learning and getting a better view of how our culture is seen through the eyes of other people, and it was just a really nice time. I enjoyed myself a lot.
What I learned from today's meeting and cultural talk with all of these past exchange students and the Takamatsu students is that they really are our home away from home. People in Takamatsu are very friendly and they are so eager to learn about everything that St. Pete has to offer, along with Florida and the United States. So I'm very excited.
The world isn't as big as how we thought it was when we were little kids. It's a really small world, and we should all just enjoy it and swap our ways of life and just think about how to move forward as a world instead of individual countries.
St. Petersburg College was thrilled to have the St. Petersburg, Takamatsu, Sister Cities student ambassadors on our campus. SPC's mission is to promote student success, and we believe part of student success is that we prepare our students to be engaged in the world, both here and abroad. It is for this reason that SPC creates opportunities for global engagement, whether it be leading study abroad programs, hosting international students from around the world, or supporting local organizations such as Sister Cities in bringing students from around the world together for cultural exchange, education, and understanding.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. Before I begin my comments, I want to recognize a few people who are also with me. My Deputy Mayor, Dr. Kanika Tomlin, and from City Council, Jim Kennedy and Darden Rice, and I know there are additional council members who are going to try and make it here. They are in a committee meeting right now, otherwise I know they'd have been here to be with us today for this announcement because they too share in my excitement of taking another step toward our vision of becoming that city that offers opportunity to everyone, that is innovative and creative, and that makes us truly competitive with other cities from around the country. And we have PSTA and Brad Miller to thank for that today, as the program that we are talking about today, which is to allow every employee in the city of St. Petersburg, that as long as they've got their ID pass with them, will be able to ride a PSTA bus or a trolley, and to do so anywhere that is on the PSTA routes, and to do it for free. And we are very appreciative of Brad and PSTA for doing that for us. This is a step in trying to really change the way we look at transit and get people involved in public transportation. And that's why green light is so important. It's about getting people out of their cars. It's about making us more competitive. It's about giving people more opportunity to get from place to place, and to do it in a way that is better for the environment, that is better for the community. So I can't say thank you enough to Brad and to everyone with PSTA for offering this additional benefit to the city employees at no additional cost to us from what we were already paying. So it's a great thing, and we're very, very appreciative. And with that, I will turn it over to Brad and allow him to make some comments. But thank you all so much. And again, thank you to Brad and to PSTA for everything that you're doing.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's a great day to be here. Thank you so much to the mayor. I want to say it's a new day. It's a new day. I know that the mayor and vice mayor and council is doing a great job in moving the city of St. Petersburg forward. They've been leaders on transportation for a long time. Well, 100 years back to when they were the first place to have commercial air service, and they are the leaders on Greenlight Pinellas and getting the word out more about that. And now this win-win program we're calling our UPass program that allows all city employees to ride any transit service in Pinellas County for free. It's a win-win program because, as the mayor mentioned, the city has been for a very long time providing a subsidy for employees of the city that would forego a parking space and instead use the bus. They would subsidize that bus pass, and so they were paying for that as an employee benefit and a way to manage their parking. And so the UPass deal that we have struck is that they will pay essentially that same amount in the first year, and then a growing with inflation level to PSTA, and that essentially allows PSTA to break even. So PSTA is seeing a steady revenue stream, basically the same revenue stream that we received already, that grows over time, and at no additional cost to PSTA, all, I think it's like 3,500 City of St. Pete employees can ride with their ID badge. They can ride many of the buses that serve City Hall here, the Downtown Municipal Service Center, and other City of St. Pete locations like the Sunken Gardens where we were yesterday. That's a city facility, and they can ride with their ID badge. I want to emphasize that not only can they ride to work, which is obviously a key benefit of riding public transit for free to get to and from work, but they can ride for any other reason. And there are a lot of great reasons in St. Petersburg to ride public transit. There are constantly events, as we all know, great events here, parades and downtown festivals and Friday nights, First Fridays, that it might be good to ride the bus every once in a while and not drive, especially after you go to that. It might be great to ride to a Tampa Bay Rays game. It might be great to ride to the beach. It might be great to ride the Jolly Trolley up in Clearwater to the beach. The Looper service, which does a circulation service here in downtown St. Petersburg, that also will be free for city employees. This is a great win-win program. We hope and want to encourage everyone to try to ride. They don't have to ride every day. They might be able to ride just to a special event or a parade and avoid parking, or they might ride when their car is in the shop. That's what this is about. Of course, this is also about showing the value of public transportation to more people as it relates to Greenlight Pinellas. Greenlight Pinellas is, as the mayor said, coming up for a vote this November. The city has been very positive in getting the word out about that vote. That will dramatically improve and increase the routes and services that city employees will be able to ride for free. Again, what I have learned over the last several years in talking about Greenlight and talking about PSTA is that, well, the folks here at PSTA, myself included, certainly like buses and other types of transit service. Greenlight vote in November. This UPass program is not about buses and trains and trolley buses. It's about our community and helping St. Petersburg and helping citizens in St. Petersburg get to where they want to go, get to jobs, to events, to medical, to shopping. That's what this is about. That's what Greenlight is about. It's a partnership, a win-win partnership that I am thrilled to have St. Petersburg sign on. We are working with other groups now. I think we have an arrangement now for some 30,000 St. Pete College students also to have a UPass program. Same sort of arrangement. They pay PSTA an equivalent amount of what they're already paying today, and that grows over time, and then all students at St. Pete College ride for free. But today, starting tomorrow, is the St. Petersburg UPass arrangement. And so to commemorate that, we are going to, I think, take a little bus ride, and the entire council that's here and any other city employees, you just show your ID badge and we won't charge you.